Ash Roth, you were in the news recently.
Oh, man.
Dissed by Eminem himself.
Why?
How amazing.
The rap god.
We got dissed by Eminem, but it was off the.
Yeah,
was
ours wasn't nearly as sexy. Now you tell yours first. Why don't you tell us how you feel? How did you hear about it?
How did I hear about it? It was, I think, Twitter first. A couple people hit me, and I didn't hear it because it was like during the leak. And then Scooter hit me, and we always wanted to do like the whole MasterCard commercial, you know, where it's like, you know, something $5, like Marshall Mathers LP, $15. Getting dissed by Eminem on a track, priceless.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So. It's cool, man. I thought it was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't take any like personal.
You weren't offended.
Well, there's nothing really there. It's not like I've never met him. I don't know him personally. You know what I mean?
What was the line?
He was just
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it and play it for you. Do you want me to play it for you, Zay?
Sure.
Hear the diss in its full.
I never get these subliminal disses, so.
It's not subliminal.
Oh, it's my government.
Yeah,
It's my government name on.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's great.
What, you know the name of the song? You'd be a really bad manager if you didn't know. Nope. No idea. All right. Beginning of the second verse, right?
Thanks for the support, asshole. Thanks for the support, asshole. Quit acting salty. I was counting on you to count me out. Ask Roth when he roundabout dissed me to shout me out. Thought I was history. Well, goddamn honky, that compliments like backhanded a donkey. Could wait to get your ass socked in the mouth. Nam off it. What the fuck's all this trash?
I know what you're thinking, Saif. Why did he try to fit that many fucking words into a sentence?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even hear it.
He says...
Should I pull up the lyrics?
You can pull up the lyrics on Rap Genius. Yeah, pull up Rap Genius.
What
Let's
does
see
he
what Rap
say?
Genius says. He says something about way to diss me subliminally like Asher Roth did. Something about counting me out, dissing him subliminally. Did you diss Eminem subliminally?
No.
On the song As I Am. That's
No.
what,
As I am?
are you sure? Yeah, he had a song called As I Am. Well, how would you describe the song As I Am?
Man, it was just like when things were coming out, everybody was like, "Oh, Asher, Asher."
Asshole.
And so for me, I just wanted to like talk about how I was my own person. You know what I mean? And that's really all it was. And talking about when I'd first been introduced to M's music when I was young in 7th grade, and just kind of like talking about that relationship with being inspired by an MC and listening to that music and having it be influential.
But not being your own person.
Yeah, but exactly. And that was it. So I think M's just being M.
But did you think you talked about him in a past tense?
I really don't know. Did
you talk about it past tense?
I don't know.
Like on those songs, like, yo,
What
he
did
used
you
to
say?
be hot way
I don't know.
back
I
in
mean,
the
it's
day.
like a song, yeah.
Yo, there was a time when Eminem was hot. That time is over, and now he's not. Like, you didn't do that. Like, I don't understand why. Guys, a little secret. I'm going to give you a little tip. Rappers are sensitive.
For real.
Like, it's getting crazy. And especially for us. Like, it's hard to even have this job. Like, presumably they want the radio station to exist. Presumably they want us to talk about them when it's the right thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's the wrong thing for them, the Eminem shit is because I talked about his lip syncing that I thought he lip synced on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, right.
This was smushed in the middle of 3 months of me loving Eminem. Was one day where I said
I even explained it, what background vocals are.
Yeah, we had a conversation. It wasn't like it was like a blind thing and we didn't explain it. So I was like,
What
nah, it's
happened?
the background vocals are probably too
he
loud.
was doing over the
Yeah,
track?
TV track.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
It's called a TV track
Right.
because you use it when you go on TV.
and then when he said that, I said, well, it's true. They definitely just had it up too loud because I listened. I could not hear his voice. I was like, you could hear Mr. Porter better than you could hear him. You couldn't hear him. I didn't suggest he was trying to dupe us on television. I was just saying it was a shitty sounding performance. That's all.
Right.
That's life.
Right.
I can't say everything's perfect for every rapper. Like, I diss Jay-Z. You know how much I love Jay-Z? I diss him at least weekly.
What do you say about Jay?
Oh, you name it.
All the Barney shit.
Barney, I'm not into his rich shit. I'm not into his artsy-fartsy shit. I think I hated half of the last album. Even Syph, who liked the album, still manages to laugh at lines on it that are funny. Like, you're just like, What are the things we laugh at most from
like
the
a
last
little
album? We giggled at a lot about the last album. He had like a few. Okay.
I forgot.
Here's Si's favorite things to make fun about Jay-Z. The start of his verse on Monster by Kanye. This is Si's favorite thing ever to clown him for. You realize what he says on that?
No, I can't.
It's like they got to the studio, they're like, yo, Jay, we doing a song, right? It's going to be called Monster. And he was like, monsters. Let me think about my favorite monsters. And it's like, what does he say? How does he start again?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to start this. You said this track's called Monster, right? I don't even know. What are my favorite monsters?
I can't find that.
Yo, it would be super tight, if I just shouted out all the monsters on this one verse.
Oh my goodness.
So we just always laugh at that part, like that's a silly part.
Whose song is that?
I had an interesting
not coming
thought
up.
today.
Monster.
I have the Kanye Monster. It's not coming up.
Really?
Do you think that
Goons, goblins.
Peter Pan could be classified as a superhero?
This is a Juan. Thank you for joining us on the Juan Epstein podcast.
Saif is excited. He's
Thank
ready
you.
to answer.
No.
But he has an arch villain
True.
and powers.
True. Sorry to cut you off. Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, a zombie with no conscience.
Oh man.
Like everyone has their moments, man.
And what do all these things
Have in common. They're a motherfucking monster. Oh my god, that's a terrible rap line.
That's the
Peter
greatest
Pan.
thing about rap lines, though, is when you speak them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing better than
You're like, hold on,
No
what?
music. The music is the key.
And like if you went up to Jay and you were like, Jay, let me ask you this line.
Yeah.
Do you think this is tight? Like if someone else said that in a song called Monster, they were just gonna shout out all their favorite monsters, would you think that was tight?
In some of his later verses, do you think some of the work that's not like notable Jay-Z, do you think you could walk up to him and be like, yo, so-and-so said this bar, like something, and be like, what do you think about this? Do
And
you
he
think that
would
he would know
remember.
that it was
He
his
would know.
line?
He would know.
He knows every single rap he's ever
All
done.
right.
I think he'd probably remember.
There was a time I was in his office, right? And I was in his office, and you know that thing that came out? I think it's called Library of a Legend or something. Like Nas had one, and I think it's every song that Jay's on, which were not his songs.
Okay.
Like features and remixes and all that type of shit. I believe that's what it is. And it's mad songs. And they're running through it. And my boy that I was with, he's a huge Jay-Z fan. And he was rapping like some offbeat, weird Jay shit that I maybe heard once. And he was rapping along with it. And Jay was impressed by that. And then they started talking about like, he was like, well, do you know all your shit? And he's like, if I hear it, I'll know it. Like, he'll just pop in his head.
Right, even if he doesn't.
He might not
consciously
know
it.
if you just.
Yeah, because he has an
Talk about it.
extensive body of work. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I
Do you
think
think
you
he
could
could-
probably get some.
Do you think he
past
knows the words to "This Life Forever" off the Black Gangster soundtrack?
Yes.
You think he knows that one? Even there was a time when he thought that was like he was like this song would move on.
Nah, probably not.